Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Robin, or A Hobbit's Reading List, and today we are going to figure out what I will be reading in the month of August. Now, August is when school starts again. I will be resuming classes. For anyone who doesn't know, I go part-time to the local university in pursuit of my literature degree, and I have 2 classes this semester. I have something words of American protest, and then technical writing, I think, maybe, I don't know, or writing for new media. So super interesting classes, but I don't think I have to take that into account because I only have 1 textbook and I don't think I need to read all of it in August. So we pretty much get to do whatever we want. I do of course have 2 books that I need to read for book club type things. I have a Wodehouse book, as always, and then I have a book for my Temple book club that I run that I'm going to try to get into the game. If I can't get into the game, then we'll have an additional book. So that's what we're doing today. For anyone who has not seen my TBR video before, I use the Lord of the Rings Trivia Pursuit board. It's TBR Pursuit. Each color represents a different genre of the 6 most popular genres on my physical shelves, and the spaces at the end of the spoke, the bigger spaces, represent Miscellaneous, so that sort of accounts for all the other books in my collection. I do have an option to add a book if I land on a purple roll again spot. I don't know if I'm going to be doing that or not. I decide in the moment if I'm feeling like super chaotic, and so I probably will do it at least once just for funsies. I typically have 7 rolls. Last month we did a shortened version, but we will be doing 7 rolls this month. As I mentioned, I have 2 books that I want to try to get into the game, and yeah, that's the rundown. So I'm gonna get set up and then we're gonna see what I'll be reading in August. Alright, so for the first roll we get to pretty much go in whatever direction that I want. I don't particularly have like a specific genre that I'm looking for, although I guess I should just go for classic because I do need a classics. So let's see. 5. Okay, so that would put us over here because red is classic. Oh no! This was the opposite of what I wanted. It's a big 500-page or more book. Fuck. Alright. Okay. I was really nervous that it had biggest book for classic, which I know for a fact is Vanity Fair because it is huge. It's just a big book, so okay. Okay, so I know that during the clip I had said that I was worried with, you know, the classic book that is over 500 pages. I was worried that I would get Vanity Fair, but I had some freedom because I didn't have to do my biggest book. Well, I'd also discovered Vanity Fair is not my biggest book. That is classic. And I went ahead and picked Vanity Fair anyway. So here's the thing. I've mentioned before that I'm a very seasonal person. For some reason, historical, especially Regency, feels very spring and summer to me. And I think it's because like that is like the season for like the balls and, you know, courting and all that sort of stuff. So I picked, look how big this is. It's almost as big as my head. Like, I looked it up. It is 31 hours on audiobook. I know. It's 31 hours on audiobook. Now, I listen at 1.25 speed, so that won't be quite that much, but it's still a lot. Anyway, so this is a Regency era novel, and we're following 2 women. Becky Sharp? Yeah, Becky Sharp is is an orphan, and she sort of sees through the like veneer of the higher classes in this Regency time, whereas Amelia is kind of naive and buys into everything. And so we're getting compare and contrast of kind of like the, I think I haven't read it or even heard anyone talk about it, the good and the bad of, you know, the higher social classes in Regency. And I know that this does sort of look at like the class system a lot. On to the second book. All right, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So not here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Orange is romance. Romance or psychology. That is an easy. Ooh, okay. My most anticipated romance. Sweet. Okay, a romance that is my most anticipated. Thank God, because after Vanity Fair, I'm just like, oh no. I went ahead and grabbed You Should Be So Lucky, which is the second book in, I don't even know if this series has a title. It is the second book in the world that We Could Be So Good is set in, which is historical fiction, 1950s, queer. I know this follows Mark, who works at the newspaper / magazine that the main characters from We Could Be So Good work at. He had a lover who had died, and he's struggling with a lot of grief. And I believe he is made to be a sports reporter, and so he has to start going to baseball games, where he meets, what's his name? Eddie. It's just the top part of this says, an emotional, slow burn, grumpy sunshine, queer romance between the new star shortstop stuck in a batting slump and the reporter assigned to reluctantly cover his first season. And honestly, this sounds great. Perfect for summer, and I'm planning on going to a Cubs game in August, so this will be perfect. The third roll. 3, 1, 2, 3. This is Miscellaneous. 1, 2, 3, or Miscellaneous. I like blue better, even though it's really the same. Okay, published or set before 1999. I think I know what book I want this to be. Okay. A book that is published or set before 1999. I have gotten this prompt previously, I think in like February or March, and I also picked High Fidelity then. So here's the thing. Now, I read another book by Nick Hornby, and I did start reading this. I think I'm like, I'm 50 pages in. I will probably just start over. But I had started reading this, and then I just stopped. But I read another book by Nick Hornby a couple weeks ago. I really liked it. It was nonfiction, but I know I like his style. And so I'm anticipating this a lot more than I was. And so this follows Rob, who is, very into music. He owns a record store. He's just gotten dumped. And so he's sort of reflecting on like previous relationships and like if he had, one that he let get away, as it were. And so he's struggling with, being in his 30s, which I can relate to. So I just thought I would try to read this again because now I'm really looking forward to it. For the fourth roll, 1. Classic. Okay, great. I guess I'll keep going that way. Well, I already got the worst one, so... A war or battle feature. I think maybe I can make this work. A classic that is a war, that has a war or battle featured. picked up Macbeth. One, because it's short, and two, because I know for sure it has a war or a battle featured. I haven't read it though. I know a lot about it. I know a lot about the plot. I've not actually read it. And so I also picked it up because one of my friends is writing a fan fiction sort of inspired by Macbeth, which makes me curious because I want to understand all the Easter eggs that they're dropping in. And I had originally grabbed this particular copy when I was looking for books for another episode of my finishing other people's DNF'd books. And this, you can see was probably, obviously I don't know for sure, DNF'd in Act 1, Scene 6. Now this could just be like a page marker, but I'm going to just assume that it was actually DNF'd, and so keep an eye out for that video eventually. It says, Macbeth, one of the most powerful murder stories in literature, chronicles the demise of a man consumed with power and prestige. Yep. Like, I know things that happen in Macbeth, but I don't actually know what the plot is. So, we'll find out together. For the 5th roll, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is Jewish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is romance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is romance. Romance or Jewish? Romance or Jewish? Well, I already have a romance, so I'll go Jewish. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay. Son of a biggest book. Okay. I think August is trying to kill me. Because I did get a Jewish book as my biggest book. This was actually really easy because I could just go based off of, sight. So I will be attempting Essential Judaism. I've had this for many, many years. I do have a bookmark right there. Obviously not that far in, and I will probably have to reread it because I don't remember the last time I read it. I will say the font is fairly, like, the spacing is nice, so I don't think it's that big. But as far as, like, actual content, because I don't read, like, the glossary and the notes and stuff. Okay. So it's not horrible. It's 504 pages. Oh, God. Okay, there's not enough days in the month. Alright. So that's what I'm doing. It's about how to be Jewish. That's the plot. 6th roll. 2. 1, 2, Jewish. 1, 2, Jewish. 1, 2, psychology. I guess I should read a psychology book. Ugh. Okay, fine. Oh, okay. Sweet. That's cool. Highest rated. Awesome. So the 6th roll was when I became that August was legitimately trying to kill me, because I had to go through all of my books that I consider psychology, even if Storygraph doesn't, and find which one has the highest rating. Because that's what the prompt was. Quickies. A guide to brief sex therapy. And yet, it is fairly large. On Storygraph, this has a 5-star. I think only one person has rated it. Because I only saw one, like, review. But it has a 5-star. And it is... Oh my god. Okay. The numbers got mixed around on me. It's not as bad as I thought it was. 379 pages. Great. I love that. How many chapters? Because I think for this I might have to do my whole, like, I'm gonna read during breaks at work thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. That's not horrible. It has 15 chapters. They seem not, well, okay, the first one is many pages. But they don't seem like they have, like, a baffling amount of pages. Like, it looks like most of them range from 20 to 40 pages. So that's not horrible. Okay. I'm feeling a little bit better about this now. It's exactly what it says. A guide to brief sex therapy. that's it. I can't, like, you've seen the thumbnail, but, like, I can't wait to take a picture for the thumbnail because the books look ridiculous. I have them stacked next to me and they just look crazy. Okay, so for what is probably the last roll, 3. 1, 2, 3, miscellaneous. 1, 2, 3, classic. Yeah, so miscellaneous. Okay. Oh, dude, that's, yeah. Literary, which I think my book club book fits in. A literary book. I said I think the book that I'm going to read for book club fits in that. It does. I double checked. It is Milk Fed by Melissa Broder. I'm really looking forward to this for many reasons. I've had 2 people after I mentioned, well, I had one person recommend it for the book club. And after I looked into it, I agree. It looks really interesting. Has lots of discussion opportunities. And then one of my really good friends, Stephanie, read it because she went on a huge, like, Melissa Broder kick. And she really liked it. And so I'm very interested. And now I'm kind of nervous because 2 people that I very much respect like this book. And what if I don't? So, yeah. Because I don't have the strongest track record with literary books. But anyway, so Milk Fed is following, okay, this blurb is very short, so I'm just going to read it. Rachel is 24, a lapsed Jew who has made calorie restriction her religion. By day, she maintains an illusion of control by way of obsessive food rituals. At night, she pedals to nowhere on the elliptical machine. Then she meets Miriam, an Orthodox Jewish woman intent upon feeding her. As the 2 grow closer, they set in motion a journey marked by appetites, a physical hunger, sexual desire, and spiritual longing. So, honestly, I thought it sounded really awesome. I know it heavily features frozen yogurt because Stephanie had a craving for frozen yogurt for, like, weeks after she read this, and we finally got some last week. Because I think Miriam works at a yogurt shop. But yeah, so that's what I'll be reading for August. And I also have to read The Adventures of Sally by P.G. Wodehouse, which follows a woman named Sally who has recently become an heiress. And then there's something about, like, the person she had previously been, like, engaged to or betrothed to, like, defected or something. And now the person that she's supposed to be engaged to now is, like, not attractive. Like, that's all I know. Because I do try to go into them somewhat blind. So that'll be interesting. Yeah. So those are the books that I'm reading. That's so exciting. And I still want to finish the book I'm currently reading, and I have to read Smith Journalists. It is currently the last day in July, so I will be behind as far as reading the physical books. I will start Vanity Fair tonight, because I have to, in order to finish it within the month. But that means that's pretty much the only audiobook I'll be listening to. Okay, so everyone wish me luck. That's what I'll be reading. Leave me a comment if you have read any of these books or you want to send me encouragement to get through them. That would be greatly appreciated. And like the video, subscribe, click the notification bell, all that good stuff. Especially if you want to see my vlogs where I, you know, read the books and talk about them in real time so you can know how I'm doing with these large books. Can you tell I'm nervous? I haven't, since I changed the rules to my game, gave myself a little bit more grace, I haven't had a consequence book in a while. I don't really want one. Anywho, we'll be fine. We'll get through it together. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Wish me luck. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye!